friends, my colleagues, my allies, my teammates, shifters, light guardians. Thank you so much for joining in once again for another one of our inspirational team meditations. Thank you so much for joining us here once again. For those of you who are watching this at any point, for those of you who are watching this in the future, for those of you who are watching us live, we're doing this Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, an opportunity for us to be able to come together, for us to be able to practice mindfulness, to practice meditation, to be able to practice filling our hearts with love, to be able to expand our minds, to be able to flex our superhero abilities, to be able to connect to the inner worlds, to be able to take care of our body, to be able to connect as a team, to be able to hang out as community. The list goes on and on of the benefits that we are being able to cultivate here together. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. For those of you on YouTube, for those of you on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitch, thank you. All right, so as we just get ourselves ready for today, let's start it off with some big, nice, juicy stretches. Oh, I want those stretches to be nice and delicious. Go ahead and just open your body up. You can be standing right now. You can be sitting down on a chair. You can be sitting down on an exercise ball. You can be floating on an exercise ball if you want to do that. So again, when we start off the meditation, people are obviously just joining for the next couple moments. So we want to be able to give them a chance to join. So as we're doing this, just begin just by giving yourself an opportunity here to just connect with your body. Stretch with your body, roll your shoulders, straighten up your spine, begin connecting with your breath. We're going to move into a little bit of a massage in the next couple moments. And from there, we'll go into like massaging like all the way down to our feet, all the way up to our face. We'll do a little bit of some face exercise. We'll do some like cheek strengthening exercise. We'll do some laughter yoga. Then we'll go on a little bit of a meditation exercise, a little bit of some imagination journey. And then from there, we will go into some standing exercise, some standing meditation. And then from there, we will go into a chakra practice meditation. So that's right. By you joining here, you get like 50 million meditations all built into one. So it's pretty cool. It keeps the variety. So, all right. So begin just by massaging your body, whatever you need to at this moment. Again, when we're massaging our body, this is a very simple but very powerful way for us to be able to simply just like tend to our physical body, and our physical body allows us to be able to connect more with our energetic body, which allows just more of the creativity and the energy and the wellness and the vitality to simply flow through our body. So again, as we're doing this, as you're literally just massaging your body, massaging all the way into the hands, just give yourself a moment here to be able to connect with gratitude. What are you grateful for today? What are you grateful for today? Pop quiz. First idea, best idea. So if you want to take a moment here to just kind of, even as you're massaging your body, just allowing yourself to breathe, begin dropping into a bit of that meditative space, a bit of that alpha brain wave, and just take a moment here. Just be like, what am I grateful for today? So just keep massaging your hands, massaging your wrists, massaging all the way into your torsos, even your lower back, your shoulders. We'll work our way down to the feet. So again, what am I grateful for today? So I am grateful for the momentum that we are creating as a team. There's a lot of exciting stuff happening right now within the collective project of Paradigm Shift Central. You know, when we do these broadcasts, like these broadcasts are just kind of like a piece of a bigger story, and the bigger story is us coming together as a team of conscious creators and leaders. So again, just keep massaging here. What else am I grateful for today? And then you're welcome to leave your comments in the chat. Absolutely, we'll read a little bit of those on air. So again, please feel free to share your gratitude. And honestly, like the idea of practicing gratitude like first thing in the morning is actually like a really big hack. Like I feel like it should be like, I don't know, if I was like running some sort of country, make it some sort of like rule where you have to practice gratitude first thing in the morning. I mean, it's crazy, right? But nonetheless, like the idea of gratitude is actually something that's very powerful for our wellness, very powerful for our heart, very powerful for our mindset. So, you know, it's easy for us to focus on like the things we don't have, but when we take a moment here to just focus on the things we do have, it really just brings us into a different place, you know? So continue to massage your body here. And as you're doing this, you're just kind of giving your body a little bit of love, a little bit of tender, a little bit of care. Like you can be your own massage person. So feel free to get more familiar with that. And again, just reflecting on things that we're grateful for. I am grateful for the water that I get to drink. And I hope you have some water next to you too. I'm grateful for the bed that I slept in. I am grateful for what I'm going to create today. I'm grateful for the opportunities that we are building here as a team. I'm grateful for the seeds that we are planting. I'm grateful for the fact that, again, when we're doing this, and I'm just going to start massaging my feet. So again, for those of you on YouTube and Facebook, you can't see, but go ahead and massage your feet, straighten up your spine a little bit. I am grateful for like the ways in which we are shifting consciousness. So again, with the project that we're doing, Paradigm Shift Central, my Instagram, my TikTok, Mystic Spider-Man, like one of the big parts of it is being able to inspire people, to be mirrors, to create content, to be able to help them, to assist them on their own spiritual awakening. And so we've been doing that. Like we've been doing that as a team. And so I am grateful for the content that has been able to reach people, not just my content, but your content, and the stories that we are interweaving together. And it's a really powerful thing, like even just yesterday, the video that I made. How many of you saw my new TikTok video of like the light workers before incarnating on Earth? It was like a little cute little comedy sketch. Like that video alone, it's been seen by like 5,000 people. That's like 5,000 seeds planted. Like you don't know how far those ideas go. So again, in the same way, for everybody here, you don't know how far a simple act of kindness will go. And so for everybody here, a little side quest, side mission. And again, just keep massaging your feet here or wherever you feel called to massage. We'll work our way up to our face and vid. Side mission for everybody here, side quests. I invite you, encourage you, I challenge you to express your gratitude to somebody else today, to go out of your way. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a stranger, and just be like, hey, like I really appreciate what you do. I really appreciate who you are. Like I really appreciate what you bring to this world. In the same way, like as if it was like someone's birthday. When it's someone's birthday, we go out of our way and we're just like, hey, like thanks. Like happy birthday. I really appreciate you. But what if we were to do that more often, right? Like we don't have to wait for someone's birthday to be able to do that. But you know that feeling, right? Like when it's your birthday and someone comes up to you and they're like, happy birthday, happy birthday. And you're just like, oh, they care. Like seriously, for today, as part of shifting the paradigms, I encourage everybody here who's tuned into this broadcast to share some form of gratitude with someone they know. Could be a stranger, could be a friend, could be a family member, could be a dog, I guess, right? Someone other than yourself. And I want you to kind of observe like the difference that makes. And the idea that, again, if we were to do that, if every single person tune into this, maybe there's 200 people watching this in the future. That's like 400, you can kind of like ripple that. There's like 200 more people. That's like 400 people inspired. And then maybe they'll inspire someone else. So again, one of the main messages that we constantly share here, and again, just begin massaging the face. Allow all of this massage to just be part of your mindfulness practice. And again, thank you to those of you who are just joining in, massaging your cheeks, even massaging your earlobes. Again, the difference that we make in the world, the superpower that we have is the power of compassion, is the power of kindness. And never underestimate that, never underestimate that. We should literally, like every single day, we should be bringing more kindness into this world. And that is what we are doing, like we are being beacons of light, beacons of hope, beacons of kindness, beacons of compassion. And when we do this, we give others permission to do it as well. And it may feel it's just like, what's the point? Oh, there's no point. The darkness looms. Oh, the Skeksis rule. Oh, but believe me, this is the revolution. This is like the resistance. The age of resistance, and that resistance is one of kindness. And it's not even resistance, it's literally like flow. It's naturally kind of something that will emerge out of us. So keep massaging your face here. Go ahead, even massage your earlobes. I want you to massage your cute little earlobes. Go ahead, massage those earlobes. And again, even the earlobes, they have like a lot of like powerful, like there's like meridians in the earlobes too. If you massage your earlobes, it'll help the rest of your body. Weird, but true. So again, massaging the top of your head. Just give yourself a little scratch, a little scratch. So again, I invite everybody here to be able to just practice sharing some form of kindness today. That's really, really important. So like I said, there's a lot of exciting things happening within the Paradigm Shift Central project. I'm going to be focusing on some really cool things for the team over this next coming week as we build some stuff for the back end for our leading members. And again, the leading members, these are our Patreon supporters. These are people who are working together as conscious creators within the community. And so there's some like yeah, there's a lot of like back-end infrastructure that I'm creating so that we can like utilize some more tactics together. So stay tuned for that. And if you're on TikTok, check out Paradigm Shift Central as like the new TikTok page. We're starting a new team page. So if you're on TikTok, look up Paradigm Shift Central. And please do me a favor, go follow that page and check it out. And even just leave some comments. And we're going to be like featuring a variety of creators there, similar to what we do with the Instagram page, but for TikTok. So that's exciting. All right, massage your face. All right, okay, let's just take a moment here, just kind of breathe, and then we'll move into our EFT tapping. So again, I want you to just kind of like straighten up your spine. For those of you who've been tuned in before, or for those of you who may be new, again, use this as an opportunity to just kind of like be aware of your breath, straighten up your spine, and gently inhale through the nose or the mouth. And soft, gentle exhale. And gentle inhale, and as you do this, just straighten yourself up a little bit more. Just allow yourself to be in this rhythm of your breath. Allow yourself to be in this present moment. Just allow yourself to taste the deliciousness of this moment. If you were tuned in from yesterday, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you who are new, just allow yourself to like really feel what it's like to just kind of slow down, even just for a few moments. Like we're literally just going to be here for 30 more seconds. So I want these 30 more seconds to be like as zen as possible for you. There's no challenge, no wrong way of doing this. But just allow yourself to breathe here. Relax your eyebrows. Be in this space of mindfulness, this space of gratitude. Beautiful. And slowly, when you're ready, open your eyes, return your awareness to the space around you. Cool. Okay, all right. So let's get into our EFT. This is emotional frequency tapping. This is where we like encode our energy field with our mantras, with our affirmations. So what we're doing here, gently tapping, and emphasis on gently. You know, like if you feel you want to go like a little bit harder, like be aware of what it is that works for you. Like I don't want you to be like, oh yeah, I'm empowered. Oh yeah, I'm so cool. I mean, you could honestly, like, no, I'm not shaming any sort of. That could be totally a thing for someone. Like that's totally cool with me. Go ahead, wake yourself up. Like seriously, like something like that, it like brings you into the present moment. So like you could literally like start your day. I just honestly, I've never thought about that idea of like using EFT, but like using like self kind of like be like, oh, I'm so powerful. Oh, I'm so inspired. Some people are gonna be. Okay, I'll stop. Don't worry. Okay, all right. Okay, so no, I know there are gonna be some people that be like, actually, you know what? That's kind of my thing. So and I hold space for that. So okay, tapping here, gently tapping here. That's hilarious. I know. Tapping here, and as we do this, we'll have to make up like our own version of that. So as we're tapping here, again, what we're doing here, we're just kind of like activating the meridians, opening up the energy channels, and you're speaking words of affirmation and information, right? So what you're doing here, again, you're just speaking words where you're just like, I am inspired, I am powerful, I am creative, I am loving, I am kindness. So as we're doing this, we're literally opening up the energy channels and we're bringing in this energy. We're bringing in this archetype. So what energy do you want to call in today? I am patient, I am gentle, I am kind to others, I am kind to myself. I am connected with a powerful team. I am a part of an epic story. I am a light worker. I am a light guardian. I am an eternal soul here on a powerful mission to be able to help shift consciousness. So again, just tap here, tap on your chest. You can even tap between your fingers. We'll just take a few moments here. I'll let you just kind of add in your own affirmations. And again, just allow these affirmations to kind of come through your heart. What do you feel like you need today? And again, you can have like affirmations that you repeat on the regular. So it can be like, I am a sacred warrior. I am a light guardian. I am becoming stronger every day. I am becoming healthier every day. My mind is a gift. There are worlds within me that I am learning to connect to. I am manifesting that which is meant for me. I am a powerful wizard. I am a powerful shaman, magi person type thing. You don't have to be a shaman, that's okay. I am a human learning. I am a human being. I am a human doing. I am breath. Just take a few more moments here. I'll let you just kind of fill in your own blanks. So listen to your heart. Speak your own affirmations here. Go ahead. Speak them out loud if you choose. Beautiful. I am grateful. I am grateful for you. Yes, you. No, not you. You. Yeah, you. The cute one right over there. I see you. You're so cute. Right? I am adorable. I am cute. Don't make that one. All right. Okay. Cool. I'll have to do a separate broadcast where it's like some sort of like kink affirmation thing. We'll have to do that. So, anyways, okay, that'll be a special Patreon thing only. That's what that is. Okay. Anyways, I crack myself up. All right. Grab a drink of water if you need it. We're gonna go into a little bit of like a face exercise real quick. For those of you who may be new, thank you so much for joining in. Again, these meditations, we do these Monday to Friday. This is something that we do that's really powerful to be able to like create this routine, to create this space. Some of you are just like, I can see you guys, I can hear you guys. You're like, do more of the kink affirmations. We're into it. I know you are. It's okay. You're allowed to be. All right, okay. So what we do here, again, like this is about being able to create the habits, create the routine. Like seriously, like if you do these broadcasts on a regular, like what are you getting out of it? What are you getting out of it? And I actually invite you to even just share that question in the chat. I'm asking you guys right now. Please feel free to leave that comment in the chat. What do you get out of doing these meditations? And I'm asking you to be able to kind of like ask to answer it in a way that's also going to be a way for us to be able to, you know, share with other people who maybe knew what it is that we get out of this. So we'll just take a moment here just before we move into the next part, because I'm genuinely curious. But what do we get out of these meditations? What do we get out of these practices? What do we get out of tuning into these broadcasts? There's a few things. So I would say, again, you know, it's an opportunity to like be social and connect with a team. Social interaction as humans is so important. We literally need each other, and even as we're here, I always encourage people to kind of like visualize us in like a space, visualize us in like a dojo, or visualize us sitting in a field. Like we are here, we are connecting, we're in this energy together. There's a screen between us, but there's no separation between the energy, between the vibes that we are putting out right now, right? So you also get this idea of being able to build consistency, of being able to build routine. I often explain it, this idea of being able to sharpen your sword or tune your instrument. So that's why when people do these meditations first thing in the morning, like they'll notice like it makes a difference in the rest of their day. Like it changes kind of like the input for the rest of the day. So I'm just going to read some of the comments here. Enflux says, I'm getting consistent with meditations and opening up to a variety of things that I wouldn't normally touch base with. Very cool. Morphic says, straight up, it's not every day I find something that I can actually do every day so far. Very good, Morphic. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of everyone. Again, like, because I know for some of you, like, you guys are literally tuning in, like, you know, as much as you can. And that's crazy. That means a lot. Like, it means a lot, not just because I'm like, hey, you're doing something that I'm doing, but it's like, I'm proud of you for investing in yourself, you know? And if you weren't tuning into these meditations, absolutely find something that works for you. But like, I encourage you to kind of, you know, as an experiment, do a week of this and then do a week of just kind of like not doing anything in the morning and see kind of how it feels if you want. But yeah, like honestly for me, I'm very grateful because this is a part of my routine too. You know, it's an opportunity for us to be able to hang out, for me to show up, for me to be able to flex like my ability to get better at broadcasting and stuff, right? Like this is all practice for all of us. So Lily says, I gain knowledge to share. I gain momentum and interaction with team. Very well said, Lily. JH says, I get understanding in people who think alike. Exactly. I know for a lot of people, they're just like, I like being around people who share a common vision, who are like-hearted, like-minded people. Jillian says, consistency for sure. A sense of connection, understanding, daily routine. Gives me joy, says Lily. Joy to share. Captains amongst captains. You know it, Lily. I feel very inspired to be more aware of myself in other parts of my life. Very well said, Curtis. Just reading some of the comments here if there's any other comments. Yeah, so again, you know, like this is an opportunity where like, yeah, like there's a lot that's happening in the world right now. And sometimes it can feel like it's a little overwhelming. It can feel a little crazy. So like this is a chance where it's like if sometimes the world, it will just kind of like shake us and our energies will be like, "Whoa." And then this is an opportunity for us to just kind of be like, shh, to just kind of bring ourselves into that place of like relaxation, calmness, to be the calm in the storm. So again, let's move into the next part of our meditation. For those of you who may be new, if it's your first time here, drop a 333 in the chat. Like welcome, and like welcome to the team. So if you're here, even if you're watching this in the future, if you're interested in connecting further, you have options. You can join our team chat. So you're welcome to connect there, and you can also join as a Patreon supporter. Again, that's a monthly contribution, and thank you to our Patreon supporters. Thank you to Kristen, thank you to Jenna, thank you to Kayla, and thank you to Mika, and thank you to Kevin. So thank you to our newest Patreon supporters. We're currently at 139, working up towards 150 is our next goal. So thank you to our Patreon supporters. Super appreciate it. And again, we got some great stuff coming for the Patreon supporters. We have another team meeting today. This is just like quick side note. Team meeting today for Patreon supporters, for leading members. That's going to be like our collaborative work period at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We might be doing this like Monday to Thursday for the work period. We're just getting into the routine of it. And then this Thursday is our team broadcast, which is our Dream Class broadcast. So that's our broadcast where we talk about dreams and lucid dreaming and share dream experiences. So if you want to join as a leading member, you can join on there for that. Okay, so let's move into the next part of our meditation. Let's just go right into the laughter practice, yoga, the meditation. Then we'll get into the mindfulness. We're going to skip like the face thing. Okay, we'll do quick thing with the face thing. Hold your cheeks here, create a little bit of resistance, and then we're just going to do 50 of this cheek exercise. This is a way to just kind of like strengthen our face muscles, our laughter muscles. So put a little bit of resistance here, follow my lead. What you're going to do, you're going to lift your cheeks up like this. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to do all the way just to 50 for now. So it's just going to be a quick one. And again, this is a meditation, but this is also just like an exercise to exercise our face, because how often do we exercise our face? So now we get to exercise our face together. All right. Oh, and there are comments in the YouTube that I hadn't read. Tyson says, haven't used my imagination since I was a kid. Support of the group, says Megan. I get more mindfulness throughout the day, says Stella. Brittany says, it helps me connect with myself. I get lost in work and stress. It helps me focus on what's important. Courageous Owl, stress relief and interconnected awareness. More reasons to join Patreon. Oh, that was from earlier. Katie, clarity, calm, inspiration, routine, laughter, flow. Imagination. Beautiful. Well said. Thank you everyone for the feedback. Okay, quick face smile exercise. Let's flex. Make your smiles big. You lift things with your smiles. You lift people's hearts with your smiles. Once we reach 150 on Patreon, I'll do an entire broadcast either like Arnold, like Yoda, or like Morgan Freeman. You guys get to choose options. All right, put a little bit of resistance here. What we're going to do here, we're going to lift our cheeks up together. Follow my lead, relax your eyebrows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Put a little bit more resistance if you want. 15, 16, 17. God, did I just learn how to count? The entire thing is just going to be Swedish Chef from now on. I hope you guys can understand my psychic abilities. So let's just count it up from 25. I can't do that seriously. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, real quick. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. We're going to go 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Relax your eyebrows. Gosh darn it, I'm talking to myself. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. We're going to go to 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 88, 80. What? Wow, 80, what, 90. We're going to go to 100. 91. I totally butchered the counting on that. I skipped so many numbers there. Somebody do not give me a gold star. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 92, 102. We're going to go to 111, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111. Hold it. And relax and give your cheeks a little massage there. I should just do an entire broadcast where it's just like cheek meditations, cheek exercises. Alex, for those of you who are just joining, we are doing our inspirational team meditation. What you just saw was a face exercise, so don't judge us. So. the Swedish Chef. Swedish Chef from the Muppets. I hope you guys know who the Muppets are. All right, okay. Anyways, whatever. All right. Okay. Let's go into a quick round of our laughter practice yoga. Thank you again to everyone tuned in. There's 500 people tuned in right now. No pressure at all. Okay. Laughter practice yoga meditation. For those of you who are here, some of you are literally just here for the laughter. Some of you don't even do the meditations. You guys literally just sit there and laugh at me. I'm okay with that. You're awesome. Okay. Deep inhale together. Deep inhale and then focus on the exhale. Then deep inhale and then focus on the... deep inhale, exhale. Deep inhale and then just focus on the exhale, and it's going to sound like this. It's going to go ha, ha, ha. And then from there, you're going to laugh like a weirdo. You weirdo. I say that in a loving way. Be weird about it. Embrace your weird. Okay. I have followed my lead. Deep inhale together. Laughter yoga, for those of you who are new, just follow my lead. Deep inhale. Big exhale. You will laugh. You cannot resist the laughter. It shall overwhelm you. Deep inhale together. Let's get him, team. Inhale. Focus on the exhale. Ha, 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 ha. Let it build. Ha, ha. Weird laugh. Oh god, I feel like this is like a scene of a horror movie where they're shape-shifting between laughing people. Keep it going. Alright, we're just gonna hold this for 5 more minutes. I'm like literally just laughing at how stupid I am. Alright, dolphin laugh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Good job, everyone. I apologize for anybody who just joined in right when that's happening. They're just like, I don't know what this is. Next. Okay, we'll do one more. We'll do one more round of laughter practice yoga real quick, and then we'll go into our meditation. We got some important meditation for you to do. There's like 10 people tuned in on Instagram, 10 people tuned in on YouTube, some people tuned in on Facebook, and like 2 people tuned in on TikTok. So I like how it fluctuates. Sometimes on TikTok there's more people, but that's okay. All right, okay. For those of you who are here for the regulars, don't judge me. Okay. All right, okay. Let's do one more round of laughter practice meditation. That was a good one. Okay. Here we go. Deep inhale together. Nice big exhale. Deep inhale together. Focus on the exhale. Ha, 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 ha. Let it build. Ha, ha, ha. I'm just playing around with like weird noises I make while laughing. That was a Barney laugh. You're like, no, Barney laugh is that something like a redneck laugh. I love you. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Breathe. Take a moment to breathe. For those of you who are just joining in, that was just like some laughter practice meditation. That is the most powerful form of meditation in the world. Monks have trained in the mountains for hundreds, thousands of years in order to be able to master that meditation. And now we bring it to you here for free over the internet. I want to do, that would be a dope goal, right? Like to lead a huge group meditation. Like imagine like a room of people, and we all did that. Like 500 people tuned in and we all did laughter yoga. And then it was just like laughter yoga for an hour. That'd be exhausting. It'd be exhausting. That's why we have to take breaks. But okay. All right, team. Good job. Blow your nose if you need to. Give me 2 seconds. Excuse me. Yeah, just blow your face hole there. Face hole? That's what I call my mouth sometimes. Yeah, just put food in your face hole. Don't forget to put water in your face hole today. Drink water. Seriously, for everybody here. Again, remember, sunshine, water, food, rest. Like, that's the things, right? It's just like, guys, help. I'm experiencing ascension symptoms. The ascension waves are getting me. I feel all the ascension symptoms. Meanwhile, it's just like, did you drink water today? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. The ascension symptoms made me forget to drink water. Duh. Anyways, I'm just being funny. I hope. Okay, let's go into some mindfulness practice meditation. Watch, we're gonna switch things up. Thank you again, everyone, for your support. Ha ha ha, Mr. Nolan. Why did Anakin cross the road to get to the dark side? favorite. Do you guys know what my favorite quote from Star Wars is? Pop quiz. It's, I hate sand. It's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere. I hate sand. That's okay, alright. We gotta focus. People are expecting big things from me here. So let's go into our mindfulness practice meditation. Again, this is just a chance for us to be able to hang out. So even by you just hanging out and just like laughing and smiling, like that's still really, really valuable. So awesome. Good morning. Good rising, team. Okay. So for this practice, for this mindfulness meditation, what we're going to do, we're going to flex our imagination. We're going to go for a nice walk on the beach. Yes, that's right. We're going to practice traveling to a beach. This isn't going to be like a super complex meditation. We'll play around. We'll give you some opportunity to be able to flex with it. And then what we are going to do, I'll explain to you the concept of this. It won't be a surprise when it happens, but that's okay. What we're going to do is when we go to the beach, we are going to walk around, we're going to pay attention to the sensations, we're going to make the details of the environment as real as possible. Within this imagination, you'll be able to flex a bit, you'll be able to flex your imagination, you can practice kind of playing with the sand, creating like sand sculptures, you can play with the water, play with the elements, you can even like play with like the time, you can play with like the sunset, we can do all this. But what we're also going to do is we are going to find a bottle. And this bottle is going to have a message in it. And this message is going to be a message from our higher self. So we've kind of done this before, but this message from our higher self, what we're doing here within this meditation, this is a very interesting thing. Within meditation, we kind of have, this is kind of like my own, like this is something that I've experienced, so this is why I'm sharing it with you. When we're in meditation, we have basically what I refer to as projected thoughts and received thoughts. Projected thoughts are, I'm going to imagine a tree. Oh, I'm seeing a tree. I'm going to imagine like climbing a mountain. Oh, I'm climbing a mountain. I'm going to imagine a cute puppy. Oh, I'm imagining a cute puppy. Those are projected thoughts. Those are thoughts kind of like coming from you and you're imagining them. Received thoughts are when you basically create, like basically a container and the universe can fill that container like almost like with water, but that water is actually like idea and wisdom. So you create like an empty container and the universe fills it with something. It fills it with inspiration, it fills it with a message. So the message in the bottle, that's going to be a container for the universe to be able to send us a message. And that message is going to be kind of like a message from the heart. So whether you're thinking of it as like your higher self, it's really you just kind of intuitively connecting with your heart, just listening to your heart, just kind of connecting with yourself. So yeah, it's a very simple practice, but it's actually a really interesting way to be able to experience and practice kind of just like being in this place where we can kind of like communicate with other parts of ourselves. So, and receive guidance and wisdom. That's the intention. Okay. All right, team. Awesome. Thank you again, everyone, so much for your comments, for joining in, for just like hanging out. Starlit Seeker, good to see you here. Good to see everybody here. For those of you who are just joining in, let's get right into this. So, all right, sit up straight or whatever you want to do. Find a nice chair, find a nice bed. Okay, so I'll guide you through this, and just by listening to my voice, we'll just allow ourselves to kind of practice dropping into that Zen space, that oneness space. We'll calibrate the body, and then from there, we'll go through the imagination and the meditation practice. So from here, gently begin by closing your eyes. Relax your body, straighten up your spine, and as you listen to my voice, gently begin to bring awareness to your breath. Gentle inhales through the nose or the mouth. And soft, gentle exhales through the nose or the mouth. Continuing to breathe with every inhale, just filling yourself up with love, bringing in this fresh energy. And on the exhale, just visualize even just kind of like a smoky, cloudy breath kind of exiting your body, just clearing out any sort of stagnant energy. Just kind of like you're like emptying out the dust in a vacuum cleaner. So as you breathe here, with each exhale, just allowing your body to become more relaxed, bringing your awareness to this present moment. We're gently going to calibrate our body, and to do this, we are going to visualize and feel this white light at the center of our chest. And this white light moves throughout our body, and wherever it reaches in our body, I want you to be able to allow that part of the body to relax simply through will. So you feel this white light moving across your chest, your shoulders, down your arms, all the way to your fingertips. Feeling this energy move through your torso, down past your hips, all the way down past your knees, your toes, allowing those parts of the body to relax. Feeling this energy, this light moving up through the spine, all the way up through the face, the back of the neck, right to the top of the head. Beautiful. So now as you do this, just breathing here, observing what this space feels like, becoming familiar with the texture of this space, of this brainwave pattern, just being in this alpha-like brainwave pattern. Calm, yet aware, present and grateful. Breathing here, we will slowly begin to imagine ourselves. We'll actually take ourselves to the Nexus first. And so I want you to imagine yourself kind of in a place between places. This is like a platform that exists as a gateway to other parts of your imagination. This is actually a very, very important practice that will come in handy for any other practice later on. So I want you to almost imagine yourself standing on like a sci-fi platform, like a little circle. It's kind of like an empty space, almost like something out of a video game. But before you, you see a portal, and through that portal is the entrance to the beach. And so you take a moment here, right now you're at the Nexus platform, and you just take a moment here, just kind of like look around. You can kind of like see there's like space around you. It's like you're in space. It's like you're on like a space station almost. It's like something really, really cool or badass. And from here, you can actually access portals to many places, wherever you choose. For today's practice, visualizing this portal in front of us, and this portal leads us to a very special beach. And so together here, step through the portal and allow yourself to arrive at this location of the beach. Perfect. And now as you enter into this location, imagine yourself standing in the beach, standing in the sand. Take your imaginary shoes off if you had imaginary shoes on. So now you're standing barefoot in the sand. And as you're here, I want you to really begin to use this as an opportunity to flex your imagination, to strengthen your imagination. By focusing on the sensations, any other thoughts that may kind of wander in the background will just do that. They will just wander past. And so be very present throughout this practice. And when you do notice your thoughts wander, bring it back to the present moment by connecting with the sensations. Feel the sand beneath your toes. What does that feel like? Imagine that with as much detail. And you can, like, literally surprise yourself. Feel the detail of the texture of the sand between your toes, and it's a nice sunny day or the sun setting, so the sand is warm. Ooh, baby. Feel that warm sand between your toes, underneath your feet. and slowly begin walking down towards the water. And as you do this, you bring in awareness of the other sensations. You hear the wind rolling, the waves rolling in. You hear birds squawking off in the distance. You can feel the sun on your skin. You can feel the air brushing against the side of your face. And slowly begin to walk. And as you are walking towards the water, allow yourself to really flex your imagination here. Really get sort of like wizard level style. I want you to begin kind of like using your intentions of your thought to even begin kind of like playing with the sand as you're walking. So imagine that like wherever you're pointing with your fingers, it's as if you kind of have like an extended paintbrush. And that paintbrush is governed by your thoughts. And so imagine yourself kind of like pointing at the sand, and wherever you point, the sand kind of moves with it. And so as you're walking towards the water, you're just kind of playing. You're playing with the sand. And again, you're even just kind of like lifting it into the air, spiraling it around, maybe even like creating little shapes, forming little sand balls, holding the sand in your hand if you wish. Very casually, just kind of doing this. We're not going to be here for too long, but just allow yourself to kind of flex your imagination, bring in a moment of magic. Just be like, oh, sweet, yeah, okay. So you're doing this kind of as if you're like element bending from Avatar. So you can just kind of play with the sand and make sure you don't get any in your mouth. And if you do, feel free to imagine what that tastes like. Oh no, there's sand in my imaginary mouth. Delicious. So slowly walking towards the water, you begin to feel the texture of the sand underneath. Your feet begin to slightly change and now becomes a little bit more moist. You feel it become a little bit cooler, and you see the water rolling towards you. And as you do, just take a moment here to just stop playing with the sand and just allow yourself to be standing on this beach, looking out at this beautiful sunset. And as you are here, the water begins to roll towards your feet, and pay attention to the exact moment when this water rolls over your feet. So you feel that water rolling in. Ooh, and as you do that, maybe it kind of like sends a little bit of a tingle up your spine, allowing yourself to really be in this moment. This is like a little vacation for you. So you can begin walking a little bit further into the water, feeling it rise above your shins, maybe up to your knees, all the way to your waist if you want. It's up to you. And as you are here, you can even just play with the water physically with your hands in it, feeling the water around your hands. And this water is very healing, very cleansing, very purifying. So in this moment, any sort of cleansing that you feel you want the water to be able to do, any sort of like old energy that you feel you want it to kind of like gently clean off, sway away, take with it into the healing energies of the oceans. Allow this to be a moment where you give yourself permission to just kind of let this moment be something that's just going to help you just kind of like feel any sort of release of stagnant energy, maybe any sort of like energy that came up in the past week of maybe something where you're like, oh, this person pissed me off, or oh, I've got a bit of a grudge, or oh, like things aren't working perfectly, but you know, I'll try not to complain too much about it. And so whatever you feel you need to release in this moment, just give yourself permission to let that go. And you can even just kind of like imagine you're kind of like holding your hands in a fist underneath the water. And then when you are ready to let that go, open your palms and just feel the energy of the ocean just kind of gently take it away. And so as you're here, even just looking out into the sky,
with your hands in the water. Just allow yourself to just flex your imagination, play with the water here for a moment with as much detail as possible. Same with the sand. Imagine kind of using your elemental bending powers to kind of lift the water and play with it in the air, spiraling in patterns, feeling the textures of it, feeling the force of it, your ability to play with it. You can even like kind of like toss some water up into the air, and then you can like shoot other water at it. You can almost make like a little target practice simulation for you. You can make like art in front of your mind using your mind. So just allow this to be a simple practice. Allow it to be whatever you want it to be for you in this moment. Again, purely just kind of flexing. Allow this to be like an exercise for your meditation. An exercise for your imagination. And so as you're here, one more thing, because I mentioned it earlier, even feel free to even practice kind of like changing the sunset. So you can kind of like imagine even just changing the clouds and changing the colors of the sky, almost as if you're in like a photo editing software, and you can just like gently change the hue. And now maybe the sunset, what does it look like when it's purple? Oh, dope. That's a dope looking sunset. Whoa. Okay, what does it look like when it's like a green sunset? What? Y'all never seen a green sunset before? That's cray. Now maybe you change it to a pink sunset. Ooh, pretty. Super pretty. And so as you're doing this, again, just flexing your imagination. Beautiful. And so as you're standing here, you notice in the waves before you a slight glistening off an object. And before us, we can see this bottle. And this bottle is riding the waves, and it is moving closer towards us. So close that it's within arm's reach. So reach out and grab this bottle. And you pick this bottle up, and inside this bottle, there's a little letter. And this letter is a very special letter that synchronistically found its way to you. And so what you're going to do, you're going to take this bottle with you, and you're going to go back up to the edge of the water. So somewhere where you can sit down. And imagine yourself sitting down on the beach, maybe in a place where the sand, where the water is still rolling over your feet, with your feet in the sand. And open up this bottle and take the letter out. And so this is a letter from your higher self. It is a message for you in this moment. It is a message of inspiration, a message of compassion, a message of guidance, something that will assist you, something that will be beneficial. It can be simple, it can be complex. And so as you open up the letter and you begin reading, the very first line of it says, "Dear you," your name, "Dear you, I'm glad this message synchronistically found you. There's something important that I have to share with you, or that I would like to say." And so as you begin reading the message, the words will speak to your heart, and they will be words like, "I am so proud. I am so proud of who you are, of what you have done, of what you're continuing to become, etc., etc." So allow yourself to be in this moment. I'm not going to tell you what it's going to say, but it's going to say something for you, and you're going to bring this message back with you. It may be something that maybe you already know, or something that you simply need to hear. So even if you want, you can physically put your hands on your heart, connect with your breath. I'm going to stop talking. Imagine yourself sitting on this beach, holding this letter, and when you are ready, continue reading this letter. And as you read it, what you are doing is you are allowing yourself to listen to your heart. What message do you have for yourself in this moment to assist you, to help guide you? A message of inspiration, a message of support, a message of compassion, a message of kindness. Go ahead, take the next few moments to read this message for you. Continue. Just going to take a few more moments here. Continue to breathe. You can even just kind of reread some of the message or just allow your heart to continue speaking to you in this moment. So take some deep breaths here. Allow yourself to receive whatever message came through in this moment. Allow it to be something that you hold close to your heart. And so you take this letter and you express gratitude and you say thank you. Be like, thank you, higher self me. Thank you, heart wisdom. Now you're going to gently stand up. Imagine yourself standing up. And you're going to take this letter and you're going to put it somewhere safe. You're going to put it in a pocket or put it somewhere where you'll be able to remember that it's there, and these words will be something that you can look back to again. Or maybe there's more of the message that you'll want to read a little bit later on your own. So you look out on the beach, you look out on the sunrise, and you feel a wave of inspiration and gratitude roll through your heart. The future is ahead of you, and the future is that of opportunity. And your higher self, your guides, your ancestors, the team, we are here to be able to support each other along this path. So allow your heart to be filled with this inspiration, to be filled with this love. Take another moment here to remember what this space feels like, and know that there is more to this space that you can explore on your own, and you can return to it at any time. Keeping this letter close with you and keeping the inspiration in your heart. Gently, we are going to bring our awareness back to our physical body. So as you take another look at the space around you, express gratitude, bring a smile to your face. Literally smile right now. Just smile. Lift your cheeks up. Deep inhale, nice big exhale, bit of a sigh. Nice soft sigh. One more of those and then we'll open our eyes. Inhale. Beautiful. Bringing your awareness back to your physical body slowly. When you are ready, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, gently open your eyes and return your awareness to the space around you. Awesome. Good job, everyone. Take a moment here to just kind of allow this energy to be with you. Wow, we totally went longer than I thought. Like the broadcast is almost over. I think we're going to skip the chakra practice meditation today. So, if anybody wants to leave any comments in the chat, how was that for you? You know, just feel free to let us know. And again, just by doing that, again, like I want you to kind of come out of that and be like, whoa, like that felt valuable. Like that felt like, you know, going to a massage parlor or going to a beach. Like that physiologically is just like, like I needed that, you know? It's like it nurtures a part of our heart. It nurtures a part of our soul. So if you want to share what message came through with you in that moment, please feel free. No obligation if you'd like to, because there may be something where your message is actually something that could be valuable for the team as well. So again, normally when we do these broadcasts, we do like a whole stand-up meditation, and then we do our chakra practice meditation. So we're just going to do a quick version of our chakra practice meditation because we still got a couple minutes. And then for everybody online, I'll read your comments in a second. For anybody, we're going to stick around for a little bit after to do some Q&A, to do some just hanging out. So if you guys want to share some more, we'll be doing a little bit more of that, but we're going to wrap up the meditation part in the next 5 minutes. So again, if you're on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, stick around. For Instagram, I'll restart the broadcast. Thank you again, everyone. Again, feel free to connect to our team chat, check out our Patreon. I'm just mentioning that now. Help us reach 150 on Patreon. Lots of exciting stuff coming up for leading members. We got our collaborative work period today for leading members at 2 p.m. So if you're a conscious creator on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and you want to hang out and work with me and work with others, be sure to join on Patreon and even just connect to our team chat in the meantime. All right,
quick version of the chakra practice, real quick. Follow my lead. For those of you who are new, I apologize, but for those of you who are familiar, you know what to do. So follow my lead. The inhale, E. Inhale. E. Inhale, A. Inhale, O. Inhale, Ah. Inhale, U. Inhale, M. Inhale, S. Once more, this is going to kind of be like one consecutive one. Follow my lead. Inhale. It's going to be kind of sing-song. Inhale. Concluding off this part of the meditation, go ahead, gently just take a moment here, close your eyes, visualize this like powerful rainbow energy flowing through you like a toroidal vortex, strengthening our field, our aura, just bringing in this light into our body. Simply taking the time to do this practice, you have allowed yourself to level up, you have gained more experience. Your mind is a little bit clearer, a little bit more focused. May you carry this inspiration, this intention, this momentum with you throughout the rest of your day. Carry this shift, carry this gratitude. Concluding this meditation, concluding this part of the broadcast, however you choose, with gratitude. Thanking the team, thanking yourself, thanking me if you choose, thanking this moment, thanking the universe, guides, ancestors. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May you move forward with grace, flow, love, courage, all that you are. Thank you. Open your eyes, return your awareness to the space around you. So, all right. Thank you again, everyone, so much. So again, we're just wrapping up the broadcast, the 1 hour recording for the Instagram, and then we'll stick around for a little bit longer for those of you who want to hang out. I'll restart the Instagram feed. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to send me a direct message on Instagram, like related to chakra stuff and everything like that. I'll send you a cheat sheet for the visualizations for the mantra noises. And yeah, thank you so much. So we'll just do a quick little flow tree. We got a little bit of time here. So thank you for being all that you are. As you come here to awaken the stars, we will go so far together as we set our sails across the sea so that we can continue to inspire you and me, mirrors upon mirrors of infinite growth, as we continue to do our part so that together we shall grow like the flowers of this gardens that we are guardians of, and we shall water it each and every single day with the intentions of our love. Aho! Sending loving vibes if you wish to receive. Beautiful, awesome. Thank you again, everyone, so much. Wrapping up this broadcast, but we'll stick around for everyone. So this is just the first part. We'll stick around for some Q&A for a bit, so you guys are welcome to hang around. And as always, keep it shifty, and I will see you in the future. Invite a friend. Tune in again Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. EST. Thank you. Much love. Cool. All right. Okay. Just going to literally restart the broadcast. So Instagram always has like a limit on its broadcast. So that's why I have to do like the 1 hour thing. So we'll stick around for a bit. Cool. Okay, so if anybody, did you guys have comments that you wanted to add from what you received from your message? Because I didn't really get a chance to read all of them just yet. So I'll read those now. I'll read those together. So, Starlight Seeker, I'm so glad you're able to join. Starlight Seeker, if you want to share, I'm not sure if you want to share anything about any messages or anybody else, but please feel free. If you're still here, if you're still tuned in, we're still live on YouTube as well. So again, for those of you who are just joining in, we just got done like our regular team meditation, but we are just hanging out here. We're doing a little bit of Q&A afterwards. We're talking about how that meditation was with us. So we did like a cool thing where we visualize ourselves on a beach where we receive like a message from our higher self. So I'm going to read some of the comments here. So Tyson, his message that he received, or part of it, was, "You are doing great, one day at a time. Trust the unknown. Don't fear it." Very well said, Tyson. Thank you for sharing. Star Soul says, "That was really enjoyable." Thank you. Brittany says, "That was pure bliss." Beautiful, Brittany. I'm so happy to hear. Megan, her message she received is, "You are enough." Very, very powerful, Megan. Thank you for sharing. Megan 7, there's 2 Megans. Says, "Have faith, we are igniting," was my message that came through. I also started crying, to be honest, but was healing. I felt safe to do so. Oh, Megan, thank you so much, Megan, for sharing and letting us know. Again, like I really, it's really special when we create something as a team where people are able to be in a place where they can cry, like in a healthy way. Like for those of you who have tuned into my content in the past, you know that that's actually like something that I actually hold. Like I'm quite proud of the fact that I've created a lot of content over the years that have like helped people cry, that have helped people release, that have been like a cathartic process. So again, like I think for anybody here, there's no shame in crying. And crying is a very therapeutic thing. It's a very healthy thing. It can be a very meditative thing. If you want to be able to kind of like move through the lessons, we have to feel the feels. Like we literally have to feel the feels. And I think a lot of us, sometimes we have trouble with this. We're just like, I don't feel like I'm in a place where like I have permission to feel the feels. But when we're in that space, like that's where, again, the feelings carry the lessons. The feelings carry the wisdom with them as well. So thank you, Megan, for sharing. So again, we're just going to kind of hang out here for a bit. If anybody does have any questions related to meditation, questions that are relative that I can provide some feedback to, please feel free to leave those in the chat. We'll just hang out here for a bit, not too long. Obviously, there's a lot of work that I've got to do today. Again, 2 p.m. collaborative work period for leading members today, just to remember. Nikki says, "I did that yesterday because of a dream I remembered." Nikki, I assume you mean like you were crying. That's very powerful. Yeah, like again, like I think it's really interesting that, like what is crying? Like what is it really, right? Like we just do it. But like the fact that water literally comes out of us, again, like actually, you know what? This is kind of interesting. I haven't really kind of pieced it together like this, but I feel like in a metaphysical sense, crying probably works the way it does because the energy, the emotions that we carry are literally in water. Like we know this, that like water carries memory, but water also carries emotion. So maybe it's this idea that like, you feel good after you cry, right? And so maybe it's this idea that when the tears literally come, it's literally like the tears are also carrying emotion that we are physically releasing. So I think that's kind of like what's actually happening when we cry. It's like the water from our tears is actually carrying with it like emotion that by physically like exiting the body, it clears us. So again, like this is where, again, becoming so aware of the energetic body is so valuable, so important, because I think a lot of people, what they have trouble with, what they often struggle with is this idea that they feel like so tensed and so blocked, and it shows up in other ways. They have trouble expressing themselves. They have trouble communicating. But when we get into this place of knowing how to release our energy, and we didn't do this today, so if anybody wants to like do some shakes, do that now, because we didn't do that first thing in the morning today. So if anybody even just wants to do that, I'm literally just going to do that just right now. So if anybody, again, normally we do this during our meditation, but if anybody wants to just like join in, because again, like literally in theme with like releasing any energy, shake it up, go ahead, shake it up. And as we're doing this, we're still just hanging out, we're still just doing Q&A stuff. But again, this is normally what we do during the meditation. We do some inhales, big exhales. So if you feel like you need to do that, because again, that's kind of like almost like it accomplishes a similar thing to crying, where again, we have to like physically move this energy, because otherwise it literally gets stuck. Like it literally gets like built up in our roots and our sacral, usually in the lower chakras. So go ahead, just shake it up if you need to. I'm just gonna read some of the comments here. Thank you so much, Kelly, for the gifts on TikTok. Kelly, super appreciate it. Nikki says, it was about 7 star beings I talked to in my dream. Wow, that's powerful, Nikki. Thank you for sharing. Any other comments here on the YouTube as well? I'll read those. So again, feel free to just kind of like stretch and just shake it up. Let some sun in. Open your windows. Megan, tears of release. Yes. That's awesome. Whew. Yeah, again, you know, like it's really powerful, like just by us being able to like hold space for each other. Like what if we were to like start every day just like crying, you know, but like in a good way, an empowering way. Like that would be an interesting thing. Actually, I'm just talking out loud right now. We're just hanging out. But you know, in the same way that we do like our laughter practice meditation, what if we were to do a meditation where it's like a crying meditation? Like what would that look like? How would we get there? And imagine if we had that ability to literally be able to like cry on demand, to cry like you know, it's like usually it's like we need some sort of external thing that helps us cry. But what if we found a way? Like I'm actually curious. I'm like, we might have tried. I'm really curious. I'm really curious to kind of like try playing with that idea of can we do like an intentional meditation where we practice crying, and like not like in a sad way, but just like kind of like in a, you know, very heartfelt way. Because like usually, like I'll ask you guys here, and I'm just really curious. Is honestly the concept of crying is just fascinating to me. I'm gonna cry if I don't get a haircut soon. That's what I'm gonna do. Look at this thing. Perfect. Anyways, what I was gonna say, I was gonna ask you guys, like, when do you usually cry? Like, when do you find yourself crying? And I'm speaking in general here, and beyond just kind of like the obviousness of like, oh, you know, like we cry when we're sad. Like, when else do we cry? You know, like what is like I'm literally looking for feedback on this, because again, you know, like I feel like for me, crying happens in different ways. There's different versions of crying. And one of the crying forms of crying is literally just like in a place where it's like really connected with my heart. And usually, honestly, what makes, like I've experienced this multiple times. It's probably because I'm a Cancerian. But oftentimes, if I'm like speaking to someone who I really care about, who I like really love, and I am like communicating them my love, like to my partner, like to my wife. She's not my wife yet, but anyways, to my partner. What I'll let you know when she's my wife. Anyways, when I'm talking to my partner, if I'm like literally communicating something, and even if it's over text, and if I'm just like literally just like saying something that is like really, really true, like really, really true, like in that moment, and I'm kind of seeing myself say it, that can make me cry, where I'm just like, holy shit, like I care about this person so much. And it's the depth of my love that like actually kind of evokes this emotional response, you know? So it's like happiness, like, yeah, happiness is a form of what can trigger crying as well. So like there's many different forms of emotions that can elicit crying. Yeah, like awe, beauty, you know, joy and laughter, right? Like when we do laughter, that can bring out crying emotions. And so it's not just sadness, right? Like it's not just sadness. So again, I think I'm really curious if you guys are down to kind of like hold space for that. How can we practice doing a meditation sometime where it's like a meditation where we show up with the intention to cry? Not like in like and it wouldn't, and it could be cathartic depending on, you know, it's gonna be different for everyone. That idea just blows my mind. I've never seen that done. Not to say it can't be done. I've never seen that done. I've never seen like someone that's like, this is a crying meditation. Like I've made meditations that are like a story meditation, and within them I'm like, yeah, this meditation's probably gonna make you cry, and it does. But that's like a meditation that involves like a complex story. So it's like layers to it. But yeah, like story and emotion, context, usually has the ability to be able to make people cry as well. You know, that's what like, why do we cry when we watch movies, right? It's because we're like invested in the characters, we're invested in the story. So story is a very powerful way to make people cry. Like if I were to, even again, the meditation that we did last week, we did this meditation where we were like meeting our younger self, and it was also on the beach. It was like hanging out with our younger self on the beach. And I know for some people that was like something that basically like helped them release and cry as well, and so it's like, even just like right now, like imagine yourself like hanging out with your younger self, and your younger self is like going through a tough day, and you show up there, and your younger self just really needs a hug, and you imagine yourself like giving a hug to your younger self, and then it just kind of like even as I'm talking right now, I can feel there's like some sort of like something's happening in my throat, like that feeling in your throat. You're just like, oh man. So it's like the kindness, the heartfelt emotion, like crying is such a miraculous thing. I just love the idea. Okay, I'm just gonna read some of the comments here. I cry to release energy, and I am strongly connected with. Um, mm, 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 mm. When I'm ovulating and see babies, right? When you got the baby fever and you're just like, and you see babies, that's actually really interesting, because again, it's like a biological reaction, right? When we are overly happy, says Nikki, and that it was by Endless Question. Great comment, Endless Question. Music might be the answer. The chords, yeah, music, absolutely. Music can help again, because music is very emotional. So you're right. I've noticed that, where it's like usually the ingredients to help people cry from my meditations are like creating like a compelling story, and then having music that emotionally kind of like, if this it elicits like an emotional presence, an emotional state, and then just kind of feeling kind of relaxed enough to be able to let the emotions move. So that's my experience, where again, you can kind of like engineer a space, create a safe space for us to be able to practice crying. This is a really, really interesting conversation. Reminder for those of you on YouTube, if you haven't yet, please feel free to like this video. I just noticed I think there's only like a few likes on the video, so if you want to like it, I'm not sure how much difference that makes. I think it adds it to the algorithm somehow, but that's okay. No worries. Going back to the comments in YouTube, Stella says, my higher self says to listen to my body. Thank you for sharing, Stella. I think that would have been from earlier. I have, and it can be very exhausting if it's every day. You feel so much energy coursing through your body. I cry when I feel stuck. It helps you move forward. Thank you for sharing, Brittany. Yeah. Like sometimes it's like, yeah, like what if every day we would just have a good cry? I mean, sometimes you want to, sometimes you don't. So not often, only when my heart's broken. I cry tears of joy sometimes, says RVS. Thank you, RVS. I cry when I accomplish big things as well. Brittany, very well said. Yeah, that's a cool thing too, right? Like that feeling of like feeling really proud in crying. That's an interesting experience. To be like, oh, you're on stage and you're being given an award for something you really put your heart into. Like, yeah, like that can make you cry too, when you like really pour your heart into something and then people acknowledge it, and then people are like grateful for it, and you're just like, oh, I feel seen. Like that, it's funny, right? Like that will literally like make us cry. So it's like, we cry when we're just like in these moments of like deep connection, right? Like deep presence, very much in the present moment. Crying is so sacred, so sacred. Yeah, you guys want to try the crying meditation? I cry from joy a lot, says Star Soul. That's beautiful, Star Soul. RVS, sending you love. The story of my life would make you cry. Star Soul, or like the understanding that all my challenges have amounted to something beautiful. Very well said, Star Soul. The story of your life has made you strong, says Megan. Megan, very well said. Oh, you guys are going to make me cry. So again, just for those of you who are hanging out, we've got about like 14 people on YouTube right now. So we're just, now it's down to 11. And I have 5 people on TikTok, a couple people on Instagram. I'm not sure how many people are on Facebook. Again, if you're tuned in on Facebook, I can't see the comments. So just take a note, if you want to join the comments more regularly, be sure to join in on YouTube. Don't stress too much. That's the user's name. When listening to a friend's accomplishments and feeling proud of them. Yeah, true, right? Like sometimes you cry when you're like proud of someone else, right? Like when you think about it, like a mother watching their child accomplish something, and they're like, oh, I'm so happy for them, right? So it's like we cry when we're in this space where we can like deeply like feel another person's feelings. You know, it's very interesting. Oh man, crying is just so fascinating. Cool. All right. Okay, team, we're just going to hang out here just for a few more minutes. If anybody has any comments about, you know, like thoughts on crying, the sacredness of crying, please feel free to leave that in the chat. I'm going to jump off here in a little bit. Got a lot of work to do, obviously, today. Maybe you can learn from kids since they do it all the time. Yeah, it's interesting, right? Like, kids cry a lot, right? Like, that's... Sometimes kids cry when they're just, like, trying to get attention. You see that, right? It's just like... You know, it's just like, Mom, I want something, not now. But Mom, so it's like, that's interesting. Kaylee asking, how can you make yourself feel better? Kaylee, my simple answer for that: focus on like the simple, like focus on the most the basic things. So like food, good food, sunshine, spend time in nature, exercise, hanging out with people who are also in a place where they're like working on themselves, and following things that inspire you, and getting good sleep, and practicing things like meditation, and being able to kind of like work on being more mindful of your thoughts. So instead of just letting thoughts just kind of like run rampant, you can kind of like begin to see thoughts, but then to begin to change your association with them, begin to change your relationship, and be like, oh, like I'm the observer of that thought. I am not this thought that says like, oh, you suck, and again, really just focus on the things that you can do every single day. Move the needle forward every single day, just a little bit. And that can be something simple. That can literally just be like going for a walk. Again, that can be journaling, gratitude exercise, gratitude journaling. Again, you know, just spending time in nature. The idea of just being able to do the simple things is often forgotten about. And a lot of people, like, again, I kind of joke about this before, where people are just like, be like, oh, like I feel like shit. Like, how do I, like, you know, like which one of my chakras do I need to work on? Like, how do I, you know, all these ascension symptoms, like, oh, like I need to open my third eye, and meanwhile, like, I'm just like, no, you need to eat good food, drink water, get good sleep, get exercise, get sunlight, spend time with people that are gonna be like in that same vibration. And again, like, even just like getting into that habit of what was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh no, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh well, it will come back to me. That's all right. But what was I gonna say? Oh well, it was probably really important. So, oh, clean your room. Did I say that already? That's what I was gonna say. Clean your room. Seriously, it'll make you feel better. Clean your space. Like, again, like your physical space is a reflection of kind of like your emotional state. So sometimes if your emotional state is kind of like stressed out, your physical state will reflect it. You'll stop cleaning things will kind of clutter. And therefore, if you want to be able to change your inner state, you can do that by changing your physical environment. So if you clean your space, then it kind of helps you just kind of cultivate more of like a calmness within your own space. So again, simple things. So meditation really helps me. I have bad anxiety and it gets really hard to stay present, but I know I can do it. Very well said, Meg. Kaylee, thank you so much. Yeah, mindfulness helps. Yeah, no problem. Crying and hugs. Yeah, give yourself a hug. Hugs for everybody here. Give themselves a hug. Yeah, and tune into these meditations. Absolutely. You're welcome to tune into these meditations. Again, when you tune into these meditations, it's just like being in a place of inspiration. We're here to support each other. We're here to inspire each other. So that in itself is like very, very powerful. That's medicine, you know, like that is, we are medicine for each other. So, Mr. Nolan, I know you had some comments there. I haven't read all of them yet. Mr. Nolan talking about seeing some videos back in the day that helped with their awakening, that made them cry. Listening to Coldplay makes them cry. It was a song of one of my favorite Pride fighting video, and would make me cry watching people beat each other up. Story of my life inside the warrior you are today. Awesome. Yeah. Again, I think that's kind of a cool thing, you know, like everyone here, like find a song that will like help make you cry. Like honestly, not even just help make you cry, like find a song that will be like kind of a song that empowers you, that inspires you. We should all have a few of those songs. And then even those songs, like just putting those songs on when we even just kind of start our day, or that's actually a useful tip, where it's like, okay, I'm going to meditate for like even just 5 minutes and put on a song that's like a song that you really like. And it can be like a cool song. It can be like something by like, the soundtrack from a movie or something like that, like something really really cool. What's the name of the guy? Hans something. The guy who did the soundtrack for like Inception and stuff like that, and Interstellar and stuff. That soundtrack, that's really epic too. Yeah, simple but so underrated practices. Yeah, going back to again just like the simple things. So, all right, okay, team, we're gonna wrap this up in a minute. The Scientist song by Coldplay is a Tear Factory. Yeah, if anybody here wants to recommend some quick songs, real quick, that would be like good songs for just like getting pumped up or meditating to. Feel free to leave those in the chat and even drop those in our team chat as well. So, book recommendations. Kaylee says, I actually have a happy playlist and I'll put on whenever I feel down and always end up jumping around in my room like a kid. Kaylee, that's awesome. I'm proud of you. Good job. Like, that's seriously, like, that's like super, super, like, that's super valuable, and like other people should be doing that too. Don't stress too much says, I almost always meditate with sounds, whether it's nature or ambient sounds. Other popular songs seem to leave negative feelings. Yeah, definitely choose the sounds that are going to work for you. Like for me, songs that I like listening to that really kind of pump me up are like songs that are like the soundtrack from Princess Mononoke. For those of you who understand that very specific reference, when I listen to those songs, they kind of like they remind me of my story, and they kind of like bring me into that energy. Yeah, Hans Zimmer. Thank you to Mr. Nolan. I knew it. Glad someone else did. So, I cry when I watch Slaughterhouse videos. Yeah, absolutely, no doubt. Yeah, animals definitely are something to connect to. So, yeah. So again, I think it's very, very important to just be aware of the different ways in which we can experience crying. And it's not always a sad thing, but to really be able to honor it, and in some ways being able to hold space to welcome it. It's very powerful. So. All right, team, we're going to wrap this up in a bit. Again, I'd hang out here all day, but I have work to do, work that's for the community. So, like I said, for those of you who are leading members on the Patreon, we have a collaborative work period today at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So join in. I'll create a Zoom link for that, and that will be like us like working on things. If you're creating content, I'll be able to give you some feedback with that. I'll be working on a few things as well. I'll be getting some things set up for the orchestration of the team, for the management. And yeah, if you're interested in checking out our team chat, you can find the link through my profile. For those of you on TikTok, for those of you on Instagram, for those of you on YouTube and Facebook, the link for my Patreon and for the team chat is in the video info, so you can find it there. And yeah, thank you again to everyone. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. We're currently at 139, so let's work our way up to 150 Patreon supporters. And again, you can sign up there as a pay what you wish. Like, it can be like $5, it can be $11, it can be $100. It's all equally appreciated. So thank you again, Patreon supporters. And when you sign up on the Patreon, you can also get discounts for our item shop. So that's at paradigmshiftcentral.com/shop. You can get buttons, crystals, you can get shirts. There was a new order for Light Guardian crystal yesterday. That was from Kristen? I think it was from Kristen. So thank you, Kristen, and thank you anybody who's ordered from the shop. And we got the Orlite 23 crystals. That's like the oldest crystal on Earth, so that's pretty cool. And that's like limited supply too. Like, even the Light Guardian crystals is theoretically limited supply. Like, now that it's harder to get supplies for stuff. So This Old Road is a song that Mark recommends by Chris Christopherson. Yeah, there's so many songs. Listen to some Lorena McKenna. That will make you cry. Sorry. Yeah, Arnold at 150. Let's get that 150 going for the Patreon. Beautiful. All right. Okay, team, please feel free to just leave any comments of gratitude, then we're going to wrap this up. So thank you again, everyone. Thank you to the YouTube. Thank you to the YouTube. Thank you to the YouTube. Thank you to Facebook. Thank you to TikTok, Instagram. Thank you to Twitch. I always forget that we're broadcasting on Twitch. If anybody's watching on Twitch, thank you for joining in as well. Yeah, again, just carrying this momentum with you, carrying this energy with you. May you move this with you into the rest of your day. Go kick some butt. Go create some momentum. Go spend some time out in nature. Create some art. Read some books. Oh, go back to what I said earlier. Like, express gratitude to someone who you care about. Make that a little bit of a side mission today. And yeah, always grateful to be able to be here as a team. My cheeks hurt. That's a good sign. Good workout. So just ending it here. Just a little bit of gratitude. If you want to just join me in closing your eyes. Just bringing this awareness into our hearts, just being like, yes, good job, everyone. Good job, team. I'm proud of us. And
again, simply by doing this practice, we have leveled up a little bit. So beautiful. Awesome. Open your eyes. Thank you again, everyone. And yeah, looking forward to being able to hang out with you some more. Join our team chat, join our Patreon, check out the item shop, subscribe on YouTube. Like and subscribe. You guys know. All right. Have an awesome day, everyone. I'll talk to you soon. Much love.
This is a jar of turkey. The worm right now.
All right. Thanks, Facebook. Thanks, YouTube.